Hello and welcome to my channel. Today is the Gina K Designs February 2026 release and I'm so excited to share it with you. There's a whole set of new products to create with, new tools, plus the 12 Days of Christmas box is now available as separate items. The first thing I want to show you is the brand new brush bucket. This is an entire blending brush kit. You get 30 brushes with this and a brand new holder that also has a lazy Susan that you can set it on so that it spins easily. I just love that you can combine your 3 brushes in one place so that you can easily find them. You can swap out the mini and the standard size brush, put one at the top or one below, and then you have your circular holder for your detail brush. That's the lazy Susan that it sits on so that it can easily spin around on the corner of your desk. I am so excited about this. It holds all of the brushes for 10 color families. So this is definitely going to get a lot of use in my craft space. Now there are 2 incentive sets this month at Gina K Designs. You get an incentive when you spend $75 or more with your purchase. And I love that Gina has 2 different options this month. I chose to work with this bright and beautiful set. Now your incentive includes a die set and its coordinating stamp. I really love the floral in this stamp and I really want to color it with my Olo markers. It's beautiful, it has nice wide open space, and there are some beautiful sentiments in here that you will see me use on my card project today. Next we have the So Many Words stamp and the So Many Words coordinating die. I love this huge one single stamp of all of those sentiments. And what's great about it is that you can stamp it as one background, or you can use the coordinating die to cut apart each of those sentiments. You also have balloons, flowers, stars, and things like that to dress up that big sentiment panel. I think this is a really fun set and I can't wait to use it. Next, I have 2 brand new embossing folder bundles. These are 3D embossing folders. This one is the Daisy Delight, and it comes with a die to cut out 2 of the flowers and stencils to color in your 3D embossed shape. This is a really great bundle, and I cannot wait to create with this one. The second 3D embossing folder bundle that I have is called Gorgeous Bloom. Now this one is one large blooming flower. So you get one large die to cut out just the flower and the stencils to color in the entire 3D embossed image. Now let's get to the products that I wanted to create with today on release day because I'm so excited about them. The first one I have here is the Planted to Bloom background, and I love a background stamp. This one is especially beautiful because it is a floral and it has a beautiful size. I think that it stamps really beautifully and I can't wait to show it to you on the card that I'm creating. Then I have the mini Magnolias stencil set and coordinating die. I love magnolias and I love this mini size. It's perfect for not taking up too much room on a card and I can't wait to create with this one. So now that we've seen the new goodies, let's get right to my easy and elegant card project. We're going to start by creating our background using the Planted to Bloom background stamp. I have my Grip Mate 1 stamp already in my MISTI and an A2 size piece of Cadet blue cardstock. I love this blue. It is such a gorgeous color. So I'm going to place my background stamp centered on my A2 card panel and just lay that down and close my MISTI door to pick up the stamp. Next, I'm going to use an embossing ink to cover my stamp and then really press that stamp onto that Cadet blue cardstock. I'm going to repeat that process again to make sure that I get really good coverage on that stamped background. Once I'm happy with the image, I'll pull up the cardstock carefully and then grab clear embossing powder to cover that stamped image fully on the card panel. I'm going to hold onto a small portion of the card that doesn't have any flowers on it and use my heat tool to heat up that embossing powder. And you can see right away that when the heat stays on the embossing powder, it will turn dark, but it takes a couple more seconds for it to lift. So once you see it get shiny, then it's time to move away from that area. And I just love watching the magic of this process, and it's just reveals such a beautiful, beautiful background. So here's a look at our finished, beautiful, planted to bloom, clear embossed background. I just love this. With my background done, I'm turning to the focal point of my card, which is going to be this mini magnolia flower. So I'm starting off with a piece of smooth white A2 cardstock onto my Grip Mat 2 stamp on my glass surface, and that's going to hold down that stencil perfectly around the paper. Now I want my magnolia to look like a traditional magnolia. I lived in the South and I do love magnolia bloom, so I want a beautiful kind of French vanilla colored magnolia. So I'm starting off with sweet corn, and I'm going to give an ever light touch to that floral with sweet corn. I don't want it to be yellow. I just want it to be that kind of French vanilla color. So you'll see that I don't color it in for very long. Now, sweet corn is one of those colors that you can add with a light or a dark touch, but when you use it in a light way, it really looks like the perfect off-white. So here's the reveal of my first layer, and you can just see that beautiful off-white, those 3 blooms there using sweet corn. Next, I've lined up stencil 2, and I'm going to use Sandy Beach for those darker areas of the magnolia. Again, I'm going to use a really light touch here using my brown blending brush, and I made sure to really clean that brush off beforehand to make sure there were going to be no other colors on there. So using a very light touch here to just add that shadowing and shading. And let's take a look at our second stencil layer, and that looks fantastic. I just love what those shadows add. Next, for stencil 3, we're going to go in with our leaves. However, I want you to know that there's going to be a small area of a gap in between where the bottom of your flowers are and where your stems start. So you want to make sure that you leave that gap so that your shape is correct when you go to die cut. For this layer, I'm going to use medium spruce in just an overall wash of color. Okay, let's take a look at layer number 3. Really, really beautiful. Love the way that this is turning out, but we have one more to go, and that one is stencil 4, where we're going to add the shadowing of the leaves, and I'm going to be using dark spruce for this one. Okay, let's take a look at this reveal of our finished mini magnolia. Absolutely beautiful. I love this stencil set. With that complete, we're going to use the die set, the coordinating die, to cut out our bloom. Now I want to show you the difference if you add the space in between the flowers and the stems and if you don't. So if you forget to add that space, you're going to have a lot more white at the top of your blossoms. So you want to make sure that you add that space in and everything will align correctly on your die. So here's our beautiful mini magnolia for our card front. I just think that this flower is so elegant and I love it in these beautiful neutrals. Next, I used my Gina K Designs guillotine trimmer to cut 1/8 of an inch off of all 4 sides of my embossed card panel. I adhered this to an A2 folded card base that had a piece of Whisper cardstock adhered to the front. So now I created a small frame of Whisper around my embossed panel. Next, I grabbed Master Layouts 18, and I love the frame on this set, and I cut that from another piece of Whisper cardstock. This is going to create a beautiful frame for my magnolias to sit on. I used 1mm foam tape to adhere the frame to my card front. For all of the pieces on my flower that would be hanging off of the frame, I added 1mm foam adhesive. I covered the areas that would be adhered to the frame as well as all of the foam adhesive with Gina K's Connect matte glue and adhered it to the frame. To create my sentiment, I'm using the Bright and Beautiful Incentive Stamp Set and In the Navy ink to stamp Here's to Bright and Beautiful Days Ahead. I can really see this card being used as an engagement or a wedding card. Using my Intricut Mini, I die cut the sentiment out using the coordinating die. I also die cut the sentiment again 2 more times from white cardstock. Because my sentiment will partially lay on top of my frame, I don't want all of these pieces underneath the stamped sentiment, so I'm going to adhere them together first and then trim them down. By doing this, this allows my sentiment to lay nice and flat on top of my frame while still having that support on the left side. The last step is to use my Gina K pick and stick tool to add a few gold mini pearls to the card front. Just a few going from the edge through the flower and to the top of the sentiment. And there's my finished, easy and elegant card project. I really love this one. Thanks for watching as I revealed the brand new Gina K Designs February 2026 products and created this easy and elegant card. Shop all of the supplies that I've shown you here and more at the links in my video description. And don't miss out on this, the 12 Days of Christmas Box products are now available to shop a la carte. Like this chalet stamp background is now available, as well as the ornate frame that I used on this card project. Be sure to like, subscribe, and leave a comment. And as always, friends, happy creating.